Motherfucker always messing with my chair.
Hello and welcome to Red Flags.
Did you like jump back and hit that cushion?
No, I just did it for fun because I found a new way to mess with your chair.
Yeah, I know you fuck with every setting.
Oh, yeah. The
Classic.
podcast that has the ability to raise ancient vampires because it's so badass and awesome. We're your hosts, Dave, Opie, Al, and Donnie. And today we're talking about 2002's Queen of the Damned.
Okay, I want to say this. Last time you said Dota, right?
now we're
Because you're like
Yeah,
Dave, Opie,
Doad.
yeah, and
And
like,
Dado.
and then like, I kept thinking like, what is Dota? Like Dota 2? That's some game. What is that?
Dota?
Yeah, what is that?
It's a MOBA.
What?
A MOBA.
Dota's a MOBA.
Dota's a
Duh.
MOBA. What's it stand
Gamers
for?
will know that.
What's the Dota stand for? I don't remember.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Dragons on the Alpine. I don't
like-
fucking know.
I don't
Like,
remember
Cullen
exactly
plays
what
it,
it
right?
stands for, but it's some kind of a multiplayer above view.
Oh, okay. Blah.
Yeah.
Blah.
Oh, Defense of the Ancients. I just Googled it.
All right. Oh, speaking of ancients,
This
So-
is Al's favorite movie in the whole world.
it's not my favorite movie in the whole world, but I do love this movie.
You've mentioned it before.
Oh yes,
I know the plot of this movie because you keep explaining it to me.
yeah, because
Yeah, we almost didn't even need to watch it.
because I love it. Okay, so with that, Dave, what do you rate it?
Oh, I still, even though it was kind of tough for me to get through this time, like I said, before we started recording, I've seen it so many times that it was almost boring to watch it again. But I do really like this movie. So I still have to go with an 8.
All right, I'm not going to complain with that. What about you, Grumpy Opie?
I give it a 6.
I was kidding when I said grumpy, but I mean, are you hangry? Do you need some candy?
No,
Do you
I
want-
actually had some food on the way down here, and it gave me a
Then
stomach
what's with
ache.
this fucking salty ass attitude?
This isn't that great of a movie. You know that, right?
I have a couple things that I'm like could be better, but the idea of it is masterful.
You like the idea of it?
Yeah.
Well, we'll get into that. What's your fucking score?
Oh,
What's Donnie's score?
Yeah, let's go with Donnie.
you saying you loved the idea of it just changed my score a little bit. I was gonna go with like a closer to Opie's score. I'm gonna go with a 6.9 and go from there.
Why did me saying that I love the idea of this movie change?
It brought it up because I'll elaborate more on this a little bit later, but like it kind of isn't like that great of a movie, but it is a really cool. I like the idea of it in the story. Like it's cool, it's great, but the movie itself it's not. Maybe it was a lot better viewing it in whenever the fuck this came out.
2002, bitch, when you were like fucking an infant.
I like the
2002. What the fuck? When I was like 6.
In 2002, you were kicking out PlayStation cords, so I couldn't play Final Fantasy.
Okay.
This again.
Those are fighting words.
He's never gonna
You
let
were like a
live
little
that down.
6-year-old
I mean,
master of Bomberman.
I don't know if it aged quite so well. I have more thoughts, but I mean, it does have a killer soundtrack, and like the idea of it is really cool. So
I don't know a lot about Donnie, but I do know he kicks chords and is good at Bomberman.
not so much good at Bomberman anymore.
Because I just said those things.
You've said him before.
Yeah.
You've mentioned it. But okay. And then what do we expect from Mr.
It's a 9. It's a
Queen of
9.
the
Stop.
Damned
Zip
himself.
it. It's a 9.
Okay.
It's a 9. It's a 9.
The Queen of the Damned.
And I'm going to tell you what right now. The only thing that brought it down,
What?
is the cheesy jumping effects with like the ghosting.
Oh, the
Okay.
swirly.
Yeah, I hated that. But other than that, I was like, this movie is great.
If it was 2002, would you give it a 10?
No,
'Cause
there
you'd be
was,
like,
there
"I've
was
never
still,
seen
there was
that
still,
before.
there was still better effects.
You know
in
what
2002.
really brought it down? The irritating, confusing, weird look back scenes every time, like when he sucked her blood. That weird, flashy, fucking shit that kept going through.
Oh,
They
when he-
reused that entire scene twice.
that's just called being
Annoyance.
resourceful.
I
But they didn't like split. They used the same, like reverse it then instead. At least then you wouldn't notice it as much. They played the same thing exactly from the same point.
Are you sure
know.
you just didn't have like a seizure and like
No,
forgot?
you almost have a seizure the way it flashes and runs those damn images that you can't see what they are because they're kind of grainy, blurry, and you can definitely tell there's a lot of screaming and laughing face look things on there, but you can't tell what the fuck it is.
Aaliyah looking foxy. That's what we get to see. I don't know why you're mad about it.
No,
but
not
they-
that.
He's
It's the weird flashy scenes.
It's that like fucking music video editing type.
Yeah, that weird thing where
Yeah.
but it goes so fast you can't see anything. It's
Hey.
blurry, grainy. It just there's no context to what is going on in that.
Who was the director of this?
Oh, Michael Reimer.
Who's that guy?
Michael
Tell me about
Bay.
him.
Well,
Yeah, Michael Reimer.
he was born and raised writing poetry. He raps. He's.
I'm gonna go ahead and
I'm
believe.
kidding.
I'm
He-
gonna say- I'm
his
gonna go ahead
last
and
name
believe-
is Reimer. I was making jokes. I don't know. He's this guy. You know?
Did he do other stuff?
He mostly did TV. He's done a lot of TV.
Did he do music videos?
Yeah.
Is that why Dave's all catching those vibes or what?
Maybe. I guess I didn't look into that.
I mean, I'm kind of with Dave on that though. Like a lot of the I don't know, directing, filmography, whatever the fuck. A lot of parts of this movie were pretty like music video ish.
That's fair because it is a great. music
Yeah, I mean,
video, this whole
yeah.
fucking thing.
Like I think my favorite part of it was when they're in the old tub and they're fucking knocking their vampire boots, and it's when Change by
Deftones?
Deftones is playing. I fucking love Deftones.
Yeah.
So that whole
Yeah.
scene, I was just like, I was rock hard.
That
Not
yeah.
even for the sex.
I get it. It was like you're. I watched you change. And you're
Yeah,
like,
I'm changing
put
right
it in
now.
me."
I'm feeling dirty. Vampire sex. It was
Yeah.
awesome.
that's an appropriate song too. That's a good song for that.
That was definitely one of the best parts of this entire
My
movie,
favorite
is the
part
music.
was Aaliyah coming out and murdering everybody in the club. I thought she was like perfectly like she just came out of it, you know, and she's got like this look of like wonderment and happy and like curious.
That's
and, like,
one
It
of
was
the big
pretty. It was
things
pretty
that,
badass.
Yeah.
that they actually made comments on were like her actual acting in this was really, really
Yeah,
well
because
done.
she could have
Yeah.
done so much more
Oh,
had
yeah.
she gotten to experience life more.
Yeah. It was a bummer. It's real sad.
Yeah, she never even got to see the
didn't get to see
fruits of the
movie.
labor. Yeah.
No.
She died before the movie was done, and actually, on that list it actually explains that a lot of the voice stuff was finished up by her brother.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Rashad Hogton.
Shaw Tarkington.
Hogton? We'll say Hogton.
Turkington.
Which is kind of weird because she's got like a very feminine voice. So her brother stepping in is kind of.
Well, I don't know if it was necessarily like
Well, he
full
coulda-
vocal. It could have just been maybe noise,
little
stuff like
bit.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
Mhm.
some tiny.
Just some
stuff.
ADR.
just stuff to help finish the movie, I guess.
So
Yeah, she died
What
in
do
a
you- what-
plane crash. Sad.
damn.
6 months before the movie's release.
Yep.
Yup.
So sad.
It's a shame.
Were you gonna ask something, Donnie?
Yeah, I was part of my thought that kind of drags it down. I was, what do you guys think of like the pacing of the movie? Because I haven't watched this in a long time. I watched it once a long time ago. But like as I was watching the beginning, I thought the pacing was off, and I thought it was kind of weird that it's just like
Okay,
vampire wakes up,
I can
this is
answer this.
happening, but he's narrating the whole time.
I can answer this.
Yeah.
Are you aware of the fact that this is a book series, right? So like Interview with a Vampire was the first book in the series. I believe it's Anne Rice. Am I right? Does it say in the list there who the author was?
Okay, it looks like
Yep.
it.
So Anne Rice wrote the books, and I also believe that they didn't make the second movie because it had to do with a lot of homosexual.
Oh, that brings
Oh.
a point up for me. This is we've mentioned movies that put gay stuff up in your face. This, you could argue, puts straight shit right up in your
So
face.
here's the thing: is like, so okay, to stick with the line of the pacing of the movie. It is a book adapted to a screenplay, and yes, one of the ways you can tell is whenever there's like a lot of inner dialogue being narrated out loud.
Yeah.
Like normally when you're reading that, it's a whole different thing. So like you have to keep in mind that this is a book first.
Yeah, I can see that now. I didn't know that. I thought this was just like a standalone movie, which kind of that changes things. Because if
Yeah.
this is in
This
like in line with Interview with the Vampire, I never saw that. If it like that, okay, that puts some.
Is that
Okay,
is that the movie that we
I think
kept
the
trying to watch and it would never work?
What, Interview with the Vampire?
I think so.
I don't know. I have it on DVD. I watched it. I think I watched it on fucking Laserdisc first.
I can't remember. It's one of those older movies like that every time we tried to watch it, we'd get 10 minutes into it and something would happen
I
where
don't know.
it would not. We could not.
Dang.
we could
If
not
you
play the
guys
movie.
think this movie is long, Interview with a Vampire is so much longer, and it stars Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise, and I can never remember which one.
Kristen Dunst,
Yeah, and I can never remember which one is Lestat in that one.
the blonde one.
Brad
That
Pitt.
helps.
They're not Brad. They're both kind of blonde.
Are they? I don't know. I never seen
I
that piece
I
of shit
think
either
Tom
'cause
Cruise
it's
is wearing
boring.
a wig, but it's a good movie.
It should have been called Two Vampires Talking.
That's not. You're not wrong on that. You're not
So
wrong on that.
boring.
There's not a lot of action.
And I'm with Donnie on this, or the pacing. You mentioned it earlier.
Two
It
guys
kind of
talking and a
slogs.
whiny little girl.
It slogs. This movie kind
He's
of.
talking about this one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But as
Yeah.
far as
Yeah,
the
it-
pacing for this one, I think Donnie's. I think he's
Well,
right
what-
in that it's.
it
It
kind of
start- it
catches
starts
up
okay.
at a point, but
Yeah.
like for a while, it's just like it's so fast how
It's-
Lestat goes from like narrating him waking up to like it's just it's so fast and quick, and then all of a sudden you're just thrown somewhere else, and you're just kind of like, what exactly is going on?
They also don't do a really great job of explaining the whole like order of the people that are researching the vampires, but that I
Yeah.
think they said it in the movie. They're like they
They kinda say
research,
it.
they watch, but they don't interfere or whatever.
Right.
And so like they're like, why did you fucking go to that place? I wanted to see it.
I had to see it for myself.
Yeah.
I want to be turned.
So yeah,
That was the
there
girl
is
from the Mighty Ducks.
yeah.
I'm gonna cut my boob so you can suck it.
Okay, first of all, you think about like it's this really intense moment and it really takes you out of it because you're like, vampires always go for the neck or the wrist. And then I'm like, why did you go for the titty?
Yeah.
Why did you go for titty blood?
I don't know. Yeah, it's not
Because
right.
clearly
It's not right.
it was a
It-
sexual act for her.
Well,
Yeah.
they had a whole, unspoken agreement there. All of them did. They're like, we got to get rid of this bitch. And this
There's
was
a
another
fuck
thing,
ton
I
of
guess,
lore
is
around
kind of
this.
a downer for it, is that pretty anticlimactic ending. Like, you barely get to see Aaliyah.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, she doesn't get to do too much badass shit. Although, you guys,
Oh God.
imagine we go to a fucking concert.
Yep.
We go to a fucking concert and we're watching our favorite fucking band. And then
That shit happens.
and then a fucking vampire comes down out of nowhere, kills a bunch of people, and grabs the lead singer, and they just shoot off into the sky. And are you going to be like, best concert ever? Or are you going to be like, there's still supposed to be a fucking hour left?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I
like
don't think
like
any of that
everyone
would go
else in
through
the
my
crowd
head.
would just be like, vampires are real, and we would just be standing there like, man, we paid a lot of money for these
No, I don't
tickets,
think
man.
that anybody believed that he was real. I don't think that
Only a
anybody
few.
believed it. Like in the crowd of people, like the audience, you know, like the
Oh,
fans. I think
Yeah.
they all were like
it's
just-
a gimmick.
just in on the gimmick, you know,
Yeah.
just being like,
Right.
that's my favorite part of this whole fucking movie is that a vampire can come out in the early 2000s, late 90s, and like he can just be like, guess what? I'm a vampire. And they're like, cool, bro.
It kind of makes
You're like
sense
the
though, because like a lot of the
500 yeah.
style in this movie is just giving like fucking edge lord. Like
Yeah.
there's so much edge in this movie.
Yeah.
The whole idea of the fact that they're like, I don't believe you, but I like the idea. So let's just keep this rolling and give you a bunch of fucking money.
No, could
It's
you
just
imagine
like
if
any
this
other
happened
character.
today?
It can happen today.
No, I'm saying if that happened today, when somebody came out, I'm a vampire. Now it would just be fake news. You're gay.
Sure, bud. Hey, I'm a vampire too.
Cringe.
I like how he just identifies as that.
He identifies as a
Cringe.
vampire. Leave him the
Yeah.
fuck alone. Let
That
him be a
would be-
vampire, Dave. God.
That would be one
Yep,
of my
there would
questions.
be an argument.
Is what would you do today if somebody came out and was like, I'm a fucking vampire?
I'm pretty sure that's probably happening like 9 times right now in this
Yeah.
very second.
Yeah, I'm with you.
But I mean, whatever. That's just it. That's what makes this movie so great. Is he can come out of the fucking box and be like, oh damn, there's some cool ass music happening. I'm gonna be a lead singer. And then to top that off, it's a combination of singers they use for this. Jonathan Davis from Korn. I can't remember the guy's name from Disturbed. Dave's favorite, Wayne Static.
Hell yeah, dog.
I fucking love Static X. I also love Korn. too.
I like Static X a lot too.
Huge fan of Static X.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wisconsin Death Trip.
Yup.
Yeah.
Love me some porn too. I do like corn though.
When I was taking
Oh, yeah.
notes, I'd put the little backwards
Oven math.
R in the corn.
Did you? Yeah. Did you?
Nice.
Okay. I don't know if you guys have heard the story of why they got their name.
Because they're corny?
No.
Why?
I feel like you told me, but I don't remember.
I know it, but I can't remember it.
They used to play with corn cobs up their butts.
Close.
that was me.
You're close. You're close. In an interview that Jonathan Davis did with Steve-O, he was asking where the name came from, right? And then everyone's like, "Oh, is it because it's corny?" Well, it was because they were making a joke about, I think they called it felching.
I don't know what
What
that
is
is.
that?
You're gonna have to Google it, but
Belching.
it has to do with
People at home, don't Google that.
Nope.
Are we
We'll
learning
just
things?
kind of we'll gloss over it so you don't have
Anyway,
to
one of
Google
their
it.
friends was doing that act and ended up with a piece of corn in his teeth.
Oh no.
Go ahead,
and,
Donnie.
and their group of friends thought that was funny.
explain what it is.
What is it?
I don't wanna.
Say it for Opie, because Opie's
Okay,
just
okay. It is
Opie looks very lost.
I'm looking for my phone so I can find this information.
Oh, he's gonna tell you.
Uh,
Viewer discretion advised, or whatever.
Yeah.
The felching is the act of sucking semen from. It says any human orifice, but it's semen out of someone's anus.
Yuck.
Urban Dictionary says
And
it can
ended
be
up
done
with
with a
corn?
drinking
his-
straw.
Oh.
Yeah, you're getting it. It was a dirty butt.
Oh. God. What What are we doing here? What
So,
are we
when-
doing here?
It's a horror podcast.
So
That's horror right there for you.
Oh,
so
jeez.
you want to talk Terrifier 3? There
You
you
had
go.
to come over here and
Yeah. Anyway, corn.
So they got their name because they thought that was funny, and they kept calling their friend Corn, right? And so they did that. And
Yikes.
I mean,
Was it a band member?
that was doing that. No,
Okay. Why would you be around that?
you can't tell me that you don't know.
I have never been.
I'm not
in
saying
the
you
vicinity.
doing it, or you
No,
don't have to
no,
be
no.
there,
I-
but you could know somebody that did that.
Oh, well, I guess.
That's
but-
what the thing is.
Okay. It wasn't
Yeah.
like they did it in
They
front
didn't.
of
They weren't like having a band practice and were like fucking in the corner and be like, "Oh, dude, you got corn in your teeth. Hey, killer band name.
That's
Call
the
it."
paint. Or that's the picture you painted.
And yes, Jonathan Davis
It's-
wrote that logo with his left hand. 'Cause they were
You're
like,
doing
"We need a
great on
logo,"
that
and he was
bass
like,
fielding. Now drop
This
your
is-
pants.
Because his right hand was busy.
You know, I don't know. You got to talk to him about that. No, it's because he wanted it to look cheesy and like a kid did it, so he did it with his left hand.
And it works.
Yeah.
It does. It does. All right. So we've divulged into corn. How do we change this?
How do we dig ourselves back out of this shit?
All right. Okay. So also, hey, Papa Roach was in there, and that was like their first album.
That's the one I forgot to put it in my notes, and I was
Oh
like,
yeah.
I recognize Papa Roach.
I used to rock this fucking soundtrack all the time. Like when I
Yeah.
first got an iPod,
Let's see the lead singer of Disturbed.
I can't. It's like David something.
David Draymond.
Draymond.
Okay.
David Dream.
Because I heard his voice in here
Yes,
somewhere
yes,
too.
yes.
I could pick
Apparently,
that
there was
voice out.
also Chester Bennington, Marilyn Manson,
Yeah,
and Jay Gordon of Orgy.
Yeah.
What's an orgy
And
song?
actually-
What is-
Jonathan Davis makes an appearance in this movie somewhere.
he does. He's like a bouncer or something.
Somewhere,
Yeah.
some like a bartender or
I like.
something.
Yeah, I caught that one.
Yep. It's actually listed in that too.
There's that dreaded dork.
Dave
Corn.
Dave took and posted notes, and they're really good. And Opie's the only one who can see them.
They're fantastic. They were made
Well,
up
the
by
next set
ChatGPT.
will be actually completely for all of us. We'll be able to see.
Okay.
I just have to
Work
get
for
it all
NASA.
set up. I need everybody's.
You have my
Donnie, yeah, I have yours, Donnie. I think I have yours shared, so I'll be able to make a folder, and I'll have it all shared, so then everybody
Oh,
can
sick.
open it directly, and you can go through all the notes, and I'll keep drawing up a couple pages worth, for each movie, and break
Okay.
down some stuff.
Also, I love the fact that all these band members that we're talking about, like whoever came up with this movie, right? Like who's
Mhm.
like, we're gonna do this movie. They
That's
were
our
like,
taste in music.
they're like, who has the most vampire voice?
Yeah.
Like if a vampire came out of the ground and wanted to become a lead singer, who would that be? Who has the most undead sounding voice?
well, that's easy.
Say it.
Jonathan Davis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can tell, like,
Oh yeah.
and it sounds like they mixed some of their voices together.
Yes, there's a couple times where they had where they were like two different ones in harmony,
Yeah.
to do the voice. But yeah,
like his introduction when he's splayed on the speakers.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the band knew that he was a real vampire.
oh yeah, because he
He showed off
that.
his powers like right away.
When when he was in there with the band, the first thing I noticed is each band member looks like they need to eat a fucking sandwich.
Hey, that was-
like they were Ethiopian.
That
like
was-
they were so skinny.
Do you remember the guitarist from System of a Down? He looked like he was about to fall over all the time.
Yeah.
And Wes from Limp Bizkit.
Oh, I guess yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
yeah?
this- it was a
Lanky
scrawny time,
motherfuckers,
man.
Yeah. Travis Barker, he's always
Travis Barker's barely held together by
scrawny
toothpicks.
motherfuckers.
Yep.
Jeez Louise. Eat a cheeseburger.
He can move those toothpicks, though.
Yeah, he can.
Those
All right.
toothpicks, they rock out.
They do.
What did I hate about this movie?
Yeah, what did you hate about it? Why is it so low in your
Just-
eyes?
The effects, I thought it lagged. I thought it was kind of boring there for a stretch.
Just remember, it's the third book of a series, and nobody knows what
So,
the second shit is.
I kind of agree where you're coming. Like Donnie was saying about like the pacing. You know what I mean? Like it got into it fairly quick. It was cool concept. He's the the lead singer, and it kind of goes through that, and then it's just talking simulator for like 45 minutes before anything really starts to happen.
Yeah, but you gotta lay out some groundwork, and you gotta fill in the gaps, and you gotta.
That's true, but also here, I don't know if everybody knows about this, but this movie was only made. This was another one of those. Anne Rice didn't have the rights to this and was going to get him back, but the studio was like, "We're going to produce this fucking movie so that we can cash on it," and they did. Anne Rice hated it, and they weren't super loyal to the actual book.
All right, that's
you know what I think is that they took, because we're all in agreement that the soundtrack is just fucking awesome, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think they built this soundtrack and just like they wanted to build something around that soundtrack and put together essentially like some cool music video style ideas, came up with whatever with the story and basing off the book, and we're just kind of like, shit, we got to add more to this. Like I think the vision was with the soundtrack, and then just kind of like loosely tied it to the book. Maybe, I don't know. I didn't read the book. I don't know anything about it. Don't know how close it is, but
it makes me wonder if like the director was a music director first, and then was like, I got a brilliant idea for a movie.
I got an idea.
And he had just watched Interview with a Vampire.
Yeah.
Or Blade.
You haven't read these books at all?
I have not read the books. No.
I can't see Blade. Interview with the Vampire, yes.
No, well, Interview with the Vampire is the first one in the series, but like the reason I said Blade is just because it's a more modern take on a vampire, and they kind of use the Daywalker aspect in this.
Yeah, but nobody ever says, "I was born ready, motherfucker."
Blade is a better movie, okay? I will say it. But with that being said, I haven't seen Blade in forever, so I can't really make that claim.
I like the third one the best.
Yeah, I need to rewatch those. You don't like the fact that he gives out like all these fucking vampire secrets, and he's straight up just says, "Come and get me, motherfuckers." Does this not sound familiar as to what's going on in the world right now?
No, he actually says, come out, wherever you are."
Yeah, and so did Trump. Because the government are all vampires.
Oh, never mind.
Jesus.
I'm more of a government being lizard people kind of person.
I was getting there. God damn it, I was leading up to it.
But I do love that idea though. The execution on it's good. It's not amazing.
No.
You do better. Do better then, Donnie. You make a
I don't
movie.
have that in my skill set. Look, we are here to judge this, so I'm judging it.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Do you have to have a hoity-toity stick up your boo hole?
People do it with sports all the time. People are always out there like, "Oh, the coach needs to do this. The players got to do this." Like, you can barely fucking walk.
Yeah, and that's why people say, "You can barely fucking walk. You go out there and be a head coach."
That's true. Monday morning quarterbacking.
Now, have I directed anything before? No. Could I do better with this stuff? Probably.
Maybe.
Oh, you do a lot of
Just
directing.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
You do
No,
a
I
lot of
definitely
directing.
couldn't. Huh?
I said you do a lot of directing. People.
Are you talking
Yeah,
about his
it's,
real life
see?
job?
Yeah.
His real life job is a candy man.
I don't know.
I thought we settled on a glizzy stand.
Yeah, I thought he works selling hot dogs in Chicago.
Slinging hot dogs in Chicago.
Do you guys sell hot dogs?
We do, actually, yeah.
Yeah, but what else do you sell?
Pretty much anything you would see in a gas station.
Yeah. So
Except gas. We don't have gas.
you're a candy man.
Yeah, the Candyman, yeah.
Hey,
you have
whoa,
skills?
hang on.
The
We can't
Candyman can.
we can't say it 3 times.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
we've already reached our limit. You the Candyman? I am the Candyman. Oh, see, guys, he is the.
Oh.
Zip,
Yeah.
zip, zap,
Can't
zoop.
say it.
Well, you can,
It's not
but you're
soup.
spelling it with a K this time.
And an I. The next time it's
He
with
said
an
it
I.
a third time,
Yeah.
but he put
Candy.
enunciation on
Oh,
man.
yes.
Condi.
Condi.
This is the Condyman. The Condyman con.
Oh, I feel like
Oh,
you just wrote a
shit.
comedy skit of somebody standing in front of the mirror, just like trying not to say the last Candyman.
Going Candy Man. Gotcha, bitch.
And Candyman.
You thought I was gonna say it, but I didn't.
Yeah.
He's like banging on the fucking glass.
Kind of reminds
Yeah, you see
me
his
of
like
a,
outline in the mirror.
Kind of reminds me
Just
of
a middle
scene
finger.
from Evil Dead movie.
Yeah.
What?
Oh yeah.
I can't remember what he says.
I don't remember either.
I don't.
Something Brata.
Oh, Clato, Vrata.
Okay, I said it.
Either. Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and do this now. Anyway,
Ooh.
what?
David Lynch passed away. Do you guys know David Lynch? You ever watch any David Lynch stuff?
I did.
heard the name
I did
before.
know that he passed. Didn't he? Was it he? Was he the one who
did
did
he
Twin
do?
Peaks?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
Twin Peaks was.
Oh, he did Eraserhead?
Yeah. Have you guys ever seen Eraserhead?
I've not.
Yeah.
I have
You
it.
have?
It's a weird trip.
You've seen it though.
Yeah. I
What's
watched
Fight
it like
Club
a
is, too.
year and a half ago, I think.
No.
No, who am I thinking of?
Nobody knows who you're thinking of. Nobody
Wait,
knows
wait,
what the
who?
fuck-
What?
Nobody knows what the fuck Alan's thinking about. Anyway, I was thinking about picking Eraserhead for my pick. What do you-
Really?
what do you think, Donnie? We've never
Oh,
done anything like that.
Let's do it. I'm good with that.
All right, cool, man.
And
I think that'd be a cool one.
I'm working on the AVP lists.
Nice. I'm
Yep,
excited
I'm going
for those.
through like chronological stuff at the same time, and just kind of breaking down when what comes where.
Right.
I'm going through. I've got a few kind of set, but I want to break it into at least 3 different sections so we can break them up. So that
Hell
it's
yeah.
not more than like 4 movies per shot ish, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Because I figured what we could do with like Prometheus and God, I can never remember the name of the other one.
Romulus.
No, the original 2. I'm thinking
When you say original, you mean the chronologically?
yes,
Or, okay.
yep, where the whole alien thing
Post-
comes from, and the whole seeding of the planet stuff, all that.
Covenant?
So, Covenant, that's the other one. Yep,
Poseidon or
Prometheus and
Promet-
Covenant. So instead of watching we'd probably start with say like Prometheus, because I think that's the older one, and then we'll skip Covenant because it only just expands on that same idea, and it wouldn't really leave enough out. So at least we get the taste of how it came to be, and then we can do like Romulus, and then we can go into the first Alien movie, and maybe even the second, but you get onto like the second and the third. They're continuations, but they're somewhat standalone. You know what I mean? Like you don't really need to watch those, but definitely the first Aliens, the original, that has to be in there.
Now, are
That's what I've got
we?
broken down so far, but we won't be doing that for a while. I'm still working on the list and breaking down exactly what has enough of it in a story aspect that will tie to the rest of the movies. And then I'm working on Predator stuff after that, and then Alien and Predator after that.
Nice.
So I'll have a full blown list of stuff for you guys to look over, and
Sweet.
Hell yeah.
All right, should we do our
Second.
post ratings?
Yeah.
No.
Why not? You got more to say?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
What do you think of
Oh yeah.
yeah, well, I don't know. What do you want to say?
Well, I want to say I don't understand how you guys don't understand how miraculous this movie is.
I think it's a weird concept.
It
that,
came
like,
out in a perfect time for this movie.
I would have to agree with
You-
that.
I'm not saying that it holds up.
You like the idea that rock music woke up a vampire.
Nope. That's not what happened.
What happened?
He woke up and heard rock music. He didn't get awoken by the music. He
Subtle
woke up and
difference.
was like, oh shit, I like this.
So
it wasn't like,
what if it was a ska band up there?
then maybe he'd be like, I'm going back to sleep.
Some kind
What
of
if it was
bluegrass
Polka.
Yeah.
polka.
He might have went back to sleep.
Or what
Church
if it was
singing hymns,
some fiddler?
I like the idea.
dueling banjos.
That's great. I like the idea that he was like, fuck the system. He didn't like the system. They make that clear, right? He's like, I
Isn't
don't.
that a trait of Lestat though?
Yes.
Is that he's like a rebel, which they
I'm trying to remember Interview
So-
with a Vampire because if Lestat, because I think they changed.
He was brought there against his will.
I'm not saying from this movie. I'm saying from the other one. Because
Well, I'm just saying from this, if you're keeping
Yeah.
like with just this movie,
like
he was brought there and basically turned against his will
yeah.
because he was either you're going to be a vampire or you're going to die.
yeah.
You got a choice. That's a pretty shitty choice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so he didn't want that system, and he wanted to still hang on to his humanity, and he was pissed off at the vampire kind, and so his way of getting back at him is being like, "Fuck you guys." First of all, he becomes more powerful, right, by sucking on Aaliyah's wrist,
Well, sure, sure.
right,
Statue.
by playing the fiddle like a motherfucker.
Yeah, but that's the fiddle. He's not even
That was the
Why
music of
didn't
the
he wake
time.
up to-
That was the music of the time.
to the fucking Almond Brothers or
What's wrong with the Allman
Who's
Brothers?
the guy
Beatles.
who does the fiddle? Who's that guy? The devil in Georgia. Why didn't he?
Jesus Christ. Isn't it George something or
I don't know. Why didn't he? Listen
oh
to
my
that music?
god.
It just was what was playing. He liked what he heard, and he was like, you know what? I want to be a part of this scene, and bonus, I can piss off all these motherfuckers, and I'm already a badass. Bring it the fuck on. He wants to test his skills. He wants to spit out the thing in the open. He can just go out there, be on stage, and be like, this is what we're doing. We kill you. We fuck you. We kill you. We murder you. We drink your blood. We throw you in a ditch. What are you going to do about it? This is how they do it. This is why they do it. They're right fucking here. Come and get me, motherfuckers.
Charlie Daniels.
That was.
Why wasn't he below Charlie Daniels
He could have been a fucking country star
instead
too.
of corn wannabes?
You can't call him
Anorexic,
a corn wannabe if he's played by Jonathan Davis.
anorexic corn wannabes. Little goth.
And you
kids.
can't make fun of Lestat for being scrawny because he only drinks blood. He's on a
Only
lot of
liquid
iron in
diet.
that, though.
He's on a liquid diet.
because he's Lestat.
He's not getting real sustenance.
Huh.
And also, I don't think
Well,
they.
what the fuck is the
Ken-
rest of the
wait,
band?
Wait. Because they're just
What about
they're
fat
just little
vampires? in
bitches.
some
I was
of those
gonna say, like,
movies?
like when you get turned into a vampire, do you stay that weight forever, or can
Probably.
you fluctuate?
I would assume
Ooh.
because if you look at Interview with the Vampire, she stayed a little girl forever.
That's what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
she didn't get fat or skinny. She's just a little girl forever, and that's why she kills what's his name,
Ooh.
because she can't age and she's pissed off about it. So she can just become older through time, but she's always going to be stuck in a little girl's body, and that's why she was pissed off at him.
I
Like,
would
you couldn't
think
have waited
you
until I
don't
was
gain
18
weight.
for fuck's sake.
Yeah, that's.
I don't think it changed much.
Why didn't you wait till I was in my prime and then fucking turn me?
Oh, I'd be pissed.
Yep.
You waited till I got old and fat, and now
Well,
you
that's
turn
why-
me.
That's why I thought it was funny when at the end of the movie she's like, "Do you want to find out?" And he's like, "I'm too old to live forever."
He's like, "Fuck that shit."
Yeah. Yeah.
He's like, "I don't want to be in this vessel for all eternity."
I guess.
I'm still just thinking of like shitty bands to wake up to. like, can you imagine just
He
getting
should've
out of your
woke up
old
in the-
coffin and you just hear like real big fish?
He should have woke up in the 70s with like Zeppelin and Sabbath. You know, that would have been cool.
Who
I would've
knows?
got
Maybe
that.
they
Yeah,
were
that would've been
vampires, too.
cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
Or you could wake up in
Isn't Keith
2025 and
Richards
just hear
still
Chapel
alive?
Roan.
Chapel Roan or fucking
isn't Keith Richards still alive,
Swifties.
quote unquote?
who?
Keith Richards.
Yeah, I guess. But he ain't raising no
Keith
dead.
Richards outlived Richard Simmons. So that should
Yeah.
tell you how you should treat your body.
That's right. That is correct. It's fucked up. What else? Yeah, the concept was stupid. I didn't like it.
I'm gonna punch you.
I don't think it's that great. You know, he should wake up and, you know, look at, you know, why didn't he like go to the skate park and go check out some skateboarders and, you know,
He
become
didn't
the
have
next
time.
Tony
He,
Hawk?
he woke
liked
up,
music.
heard the music, and was like, "I like that." Like he could have woke up to silence and then went for a walk and found a skateboarder and been like, "I like that." And they were listening to fucking
We need to make.
Sublime.
Yeah.
We need to find a. That's going to be my worst, because remember, my pick is supposed to be the nasty crap horror movie. I'm gonna find one about skateboarding.
Good.
I'm
They
gonna
might
find
be out
one.
there. They might be out there. I know.
There's got to be one.
I know
I
one
don't care
that's
if it's
not
a
a horror
fan made
movie, but
one.
it's a bad
We're
one.
gonna find it.
Yeah.
All right.
So the plot. What'd you think of Tom or Stuart Townsend?
Okay, so what the fuck else do I know him from? Because I can't picture him in anything else. But I've heard the name before, and I know it's not just from this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's got one of those names of people that
Like Stuart Townsend, I know that fucking name, but why? Because I don't remember him in any other fucking movie.
You ever think it's just because it's a cool name?
I mean, maybe. It's not that cool of a name, though. I mean, it's
Well,
not.
of course
It's not
it's a cool
shitty,
name.
but
Let's see. He's in the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
I've never even watched that shit.
He's in Robot Chicken. I like that.
Okay, but that's not helpful.
Is it Eon Flux? Is that how you spell that or say that?
Aeon Flux. I might have seen. I've seen that one.
He was in Will and Grace.
Yeah, I don't know.
Trapped. Wonderland. Resurrection Man. And that was it. That's all he's ever been in. Nothing else.
Yeah, I don't know why I know his name.
Because it's a cool name. It's subconsciously a cool name.
Why are you so into his name?
Because it's a cool name.
No, do you know what a cool name is?
What?
Rip Torn.
That's a cool name.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
What I'm trying to pronounce Aaliyah's character in this too.
They said it, and it was so close to Aaliyah that I always forget it.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Like Akira or something weird. But I don't know.
It's in these notes. Now I can't find it.
There's only 2 pages. I don't know how you're searching so hard.
I know.
What are you scrolling for? There's
I saw it. I'm trying to Akesha. AKASHA. And if you say it correctly, it sounds cool. Akasha? Akasha?
Akasha?
Akasha?
Aksha?
Akasha?
Akasha.
What?
Akasha.
Akasha. It's a cool
Aaliyah,
name.
Akasha.
Akasha the badass.
Ka, 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 ka.
She's all belly dancing around, looking good.
Yeah.
With her little sticky bra. No straps.
It reminded me a lot of like the slave Leia.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, dude. She had fun
It was
doing
supposed
this.
to be Egyptian themed.
Makes sense.
She said she really liked doing this movie.
How do you know?
Because I watched a few little. They weren't
He
like.
talked to her.
Yeah.
Do you have
I
a
just
Ouija
talked-
board?
Yeah. I sit at home and I just talk to dead people all day.
He's
long.
the spiritual guy, Al.
Yeah. Duh.
Spiritual.
He's a sensitive.
Margaret Moreau.
I hope Donnie's laughing because he read my mind as to what I was going to say.
Yep, 100%.
All right. So what else? What else? What the fuck else about this
All
movie?
right, fine. We'll rate it. I still.
I give it a 10. A 10. A fucking 10.
You really give it
No,
a
I
10?
don't. I don't really give it. No,
We gotta save that.
Yeah, we've been waiting for that soundbite.
I was
It's a
just
special one.
I was just excited to push the button.
I get that.
But no, I'm gonna go with. Are you ready to record this down, Dave, on your little ticker tapper?
Your little ticker burr.
Yeah, your click clackins.
Yep.
9. I'm staying.
Staying
I like
in
this
the-
movie. I like it. It's cheesy. It's a piece of history. It's a piece of time that I was alive for when that music was coming out. When that movie came out, I was in high school.
That's what I said. This movie was all the music is based around the shit we used to listen to, like the stuff we liked,
Yeah,
which was cool.
it was like new shit, and it was good. It was the rise. It was, you know, at almost no, because I was gonna say the peak of fucking new metal, which would be like
Yeah.
all those bands
Yeah.
we named, plus like Limp Bizkit and System of a Down and yeah,
Linkin Park and
Linkin
Static
Park.
X.
yeah, we
And
met-
System of a Down and
Yeah, you can't forget about System of a Down.
and and
Disturbed.
Static X
Disturbed.
and Disturbed and Korn.
oh yeah, no,
Rage Against the
that
Machine,
like
no?
Armenian band. What
That's
the
a different
fuck?
style.
Is it?
System of a Down.
Oh,
Yeah, that Armenian guy with
That's
the guy who
right.
sings with the guy and the
Yeah.
guitarist
the
and
skinny guy.
Yeah,
The
he's
skinny-
Armenian, I think.
Yeah.
yeah, and he says he's like down with the system or something.
Yeah. Down with the system. Oh, wah, ah.
Oh,
Oh, this is fun. All right. Yeah, I'm sticking with, what did I give it for? A 6?
I think you gave it a 6.
I'll give it a 6.5.
All right.
But yeah, it's not that great. I don't think I'd watch it again without some sort of prompting.
I'd have to wait a couple of years, I think. I've just seen it too many times.
But hey, don't be discouraged, because pretty soon we're going to watch Eraserhead, and that might get some low scores.
Oh, hell yeah, it's gonna.
That's
boy.
not going to be everybody's cup of tea.
Good. This next round, we have to pick turds.
Well, apparently
Each one
I
of us-
accidentally picked a turn.
No. At this point now, because Opie was the original first starter for picks. You know what I mean? When we first started doing it. So then he goes, then I go, then you go, then Donnie. How
Okay.
we were doing it before.
All right.
So
The-
he's
the
picking
thing
one
with-
that could be a turd, and I've already got 2 turds picked out that could be bad. We'll discuss that in a few minutes, but we'll get
The thing with Eraserhead, though, is like I think it's a popular movie. Arguably, or it's at least got like some sort of cult
You want to know
following.
something funny?
For sure. Yeah.
You want to know something funny? For a long
What?
time, I didn't know that there was a movie called Eraserhead. I just thought everyone was referring to the guy in House Party.
For real. Are you just making a joke?
No, I did for a while. I was like,
It's really funny.
have you ever seen that Eraserhead movie? And I was like, yeah, I saw it. And they were like, yeah, it was weird. I'm like, yeah, I mean, it's not that weird.
I don't know
It's
if weird's the
part
right word for it,
'Cause
but
his
sure.
haircut, he looked like an Eraserhead. You know, what the fuck.
Oh fuck.
Did you say you
Yeah.
have Eraserhead?
I think I own the movie, but I've never seen it.
Okay, because my thing is I don't know how to, like, I only have a physical copy.
Yeah,
I don't know
We'll
how
find
you
it.
guys would watch it.
you'll figure it out.
All right.
Donnie
Okay.
just said that it's a popular movie, so it's probably on
Well,
every
Just
platform.
Stream it on Amazon or something. I
Yes.
think. I don't know.
Because I don't want you guys to have to, like, buy all these fucking movies, too, you know?
What's it matter?
Well, I don't know.
It's a collection.
That's fair.
I bought Queen of the Damned too.
Did you?
Yep, on Voodoo.
Okay.
I
Fandango at home.
just like.
Can Donnie watch it, too?
Like-
Does he have access, or do you have to
Yeah.
buy these movies, Donnie?
No, he's
I
got
don't have access.
to
I
mine.
have like every fucking streaming service, but I also sometimes I just go to random sites that are like, oh, you can stream whatever movie you want,
Okay.
because
That's
I
a
don't care if my
crime.
computer gets AIDS.
It's a crime,
But
Donald.
if a movie, what?
it's a crime.
1977.
That's the one.
I'm not pirating it.
How dare you?
If it is a good enough movie, like I bought Smile 2 because I knew I was just gonna like it.
the hell?
Okay, where the fuck are we at with scores? Who's what?
I gave it my score. Al gave it
A
you stuck
good
with
score.
a 9.
I did like what the movie deserved.
And yeah, we're waiting for
Donnie.
you and Dave, maybe.
Donnie, do
So
it. What do you got?
I'll give it 7.3. That's where I'll go with it.
7.3.
Cause I don't have the nostalgia factor because I was like fucking 6 when this came out, but even though like I can tell it didn't age well as far as like quality ish, you know. But here's the thing: we've said it before on this podcast through a couple different movies, and I want to be somewhat consistent. You kind of hit it on the head by saying like this movie came out in the perfect time for this movie to come out. And we've said before, like, it's a movie that knows what it's trying to be. So I got to factor that in. That's fair.
I appreciate you saying that.
You know, I just got to put my personal feeling aside for a second. So yeah, I think for what it's worth, good soundtrack and all that shit. Not the best quality movie, like the idea. 7.2 or 7.3, I think I said.
Yep.
Sure. Yeah, we'll stick with that. That seems good.
Nice.
All
I
right.
went up a bit.
Ooh,
Went up to 8.5.
nice.
Score, yeah.
I really, like I said, I really did like the movie, and this time watching it, I can't. Like I said, I'm not gonna dog on it because of the fact that I was kind of bored of it this time, just because I've seen it a million times. You know,
Yeah.
but a little bit of a refresher to actually watch it and see it, to talk about it again. But the music,
I've heard you talk about this movie
Oh yeah,
like here and there for years.
yeah.
Did the music not just get you going?
Oh yeah, I loved almost every single song that was in this.
Yeah, like you
Some-
hear it, it reminds you of like when it came out and brings you back.
Hell yeah.
Soundtrack's
I still
a 10 out
listen
of
to
10.
this. Yeah, a lot of this music is what I still listen to. I have it on my Spotify stuff when my internet craps out. I've got my whole playlist downloaded for work, and
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, there's also other stuff too, like In This Moment, and I like that kind of music.
What's in
What
this
about in
moment?
that moment?
Damn it, Donnie! Why are we making the same fucking joke?
I don't know. We're on the same
'Cause-
fucking page
'Cause
right now,
Dave
dude.
threw it out there. He pitched it up there, and both of you swung at it.
Yep.
What do you got to call it?
Okay, so here's 2 movies, and you guys got to vote.
Okay.
Okay, is this for the next movie we're gonna
Nope, nope.
watch?
Nope,
This is for
we're,
after.
Eraserhead's already bought.
So Eraserhead is
'Cause
the
he
next
wanted
one.
to do that
Okay.
one.
Okay.
Yep. So that's,
Eraserhead is next. This is for
it's-
after
it's on
Eraserhead.
Voodoo, so you
Just
guys have access
clarifying
to
for-
it. Yep, it's already bought. We're clear. We're found it.
Sweet.
So you have 2 picks. One is called Dark Slide.
I like
I
that.
hate the sound of that. That sounds so. It sounds like fucking how Corn got its
So-
name.
love it
It's about a
already.
group of extreme skateboarders who get trapped in a series of caverns with a monster while searching for a missing brother. It's about skateboarders.
Okay.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
there's what's called Skate to Hell.
Okay.
That sounds familiar, honestly.
That's my vote. That's my vote right there. Don't tell me what it's about.
Hold on,
I'm
hold on,
into it.
We gotta read that one too.
Cover your ears, Donnie.
Take my headset off.
The devil has created a cursed skateboard for his son, which allows him to visit Earth. After a group of teens steal the board, the devil returns to Earth to find his missing son and retrieve the board.
That gets my vote.
I didn't take my headset off. That sounds sick.
That-
Let's
yeah,
do that one.
That gets my vote. That just won my vote.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's
All
the
right.
one.
Hell,
Skate to hell.
dog.
hell.
Skate to hell.
Nice.
I'm gonna write it
Man.
in down here so I remember.
All right. Skate to hell.
That just gave me such a big wave of energy knowing that I get to watch that.
Nice, bro. I can't. That's one of those where I'm like afraid that the description is going to outmatch what we see on screen. Like, I want to see the devil. I want to
Yeah.
see some
does
sort
that
of
not look
demonic
right?
skateboard.
Is the skateboard gonna have horns on it?
I hope so. If it's just a regular skateboard,
And he's gonna use that for tricks.
Yeah, dog.
Gonna grind with those.
Oh yeah.
Think he's gonna kickflip?
And some other punk ass kids are gonna steal. Oh man, this is gonna be
Do
great.
you think he can do an ollie?
Oh, for sure. The horns probably help.
Yeah.
know?
Can he do a 360?
Yeah, probably.
How about a 180?
What about a
little more
666?
difficult to follow.
Yeah.
Shit! That's too many. That's like a round and a half.
Yeah, you'd land diagonal and fall probably, but
Can he do 666? Hell yeah!
They're gonna do that, and it's gonna be like he's sliding on two wheels just diagonally, and they're like, "Oh shit!" It's fucking X Games.
did they say when that came out? What year that came out?
Oh, hold on a second here.
That could be.
He's like, "This movie's been banned."
No.
It
It was
l-
pulled from theaters for being too fucking rad.
yeah, too gnarly, bro.
Too gnarly
It's
for
banned
TV.
in all the countries.
Just a second. We might not.
Oh, don't do this to me, Dave.
What is this, like a fucking,
pre-production?
No, I thought maybe it was gonna be like, "Oh, this was just a April Fool's joke in like
No.
1901."
Not made yet.
It might not be.
Oh.
So give me a second.
So we have
Oh.
to go see this in theaters.
So
is
what
you're
happened
saying.
is
Hold on.
Dave just fucking lied to us.
Cock teased us all.
Yep, he brought us all up, and now he's bringing us down. That's what do they call that?
A cock tease.
No,
What?
where they like convince you that you think you're crazy.
Oh, gaslighting?
Yeah, that.
He's gaslighting us
Yep.
with skate movies.
Oh man.
Yeah, I know that's not the real description of what he's doing to us.
My
but,
original vote
Okay,
was the
hang on,
first
hang
one,
on.
so I don't know.
yeah, but that one sounds like something.
Oh, wow. There's the devil. Oh my gosh. He looks like what Al would look like if we slapped some, I don't know, some dollar store devil products on him.
That sounds like a good way to go. I don't want to look over at his screen and see what's happening.
Oh, it didn't look promising.
Hey, you wanted a shitty movie.
That's true. And the other one probably is good too, but this one just sounds really gnarly.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
This okay, so it is a crowdfunding thing. It's supposed to be like they have the final trailer, they have a lot of the stuff that's starting to shoot. So this one will be a little bit to come out.
Okay.
So they didn't say that when initially, but I had to dig into their like Facebook. They actually have a Facebook page and stuff for it.
All right, so backslide it is, or whatever it was.
Dark Slide.
Oh, but we are so watching this shit when it comes out.
Yes. This almost
Yep.
ensures we watch 2 horrible skate movies.
When you said Dark Slide, though, my brain just immediately responded by just going poop. So I was just like, you're like, the first one's Dark Slide, and I'm like, that's just something about toilets.
I
And then you said
said
the next one.
It sounds like the way that corn got its name.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Oh, yuck. Oh, yeah. So, next week, Eraserhead.
Next week's Eraserhead,
Very exciting.
not House Party.
Nope.
Not House Party.
It's not going to be like anything we've ever really seen before.
Oh, I'm sure.
Have you seen it, Al?
No,
You've never seen
I
it.
told you this like thrice.
I know, but I'm not listening to you.
I clearly.
I'm excited. I actually kind of feel bad because I've been trying to think about what movie to watch. You know, I love those classics. I could make you guys. watch one
Eraserhead's
from
not
the
a
30s.
classic.
No, it is. It's from the 70s. But
What's your definition of it?
when David Lynch died, I was like, oh, all right.
Okay, actually, you
now
know what?
I know what to pick.
I appreciate
Yeah.
David Lynch, so I'm willing to give this one.
It's a classic movie, but might not be a classic.
Yeah, it's a cult classic probably because people love this. shit.
Yeah, it's mentioned all like sometimes I'll Google like, hey, give me fucked up movies. Like, what's your favorite fucked up movies and shit? And I see Eraserhead pop up quite
Yeah.
often where it's
Right.
like mind fuck movies and shit.
Yeah. It's one of those that you can kind of say that you watched, you know, and people are like,
Yeah.
oh, cool.
What about
It's
that?
gonna be something.
What's that really fucked up one that you guys were talking about a couple weeks ago?
Necromantic.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Do you feel proud that you can say that you watched that?
Yeah, I do. I
Okay.
feel like I've watched some of the most fucked up. It's a crazy. It's like a real movie too. It's not like just a snuff film. So
Okay.
you know,
You know, I'm kind of bummed that this is like not made yet because I was really hoping it was going to be like from 1993.
Oh yeah, that's what I was picturing.
But
I
then-
might actually. They have. They're doing like release stuff on Indiegogo, and they have like limited edition things, like digital download.
I'm gonna Google it.
Limited
I'm gonna
edition
invest in it.
DVD.
If we made money on this podcast, this is what I'd want us to invest in. I'd want us to
We can
invest
actually
in like,
get a limited
horror
edition
movies.
signed Blu-ray.
He said limited edition, and all I can
Ooh.
think of
$80.
Is-
I'm tempted.
limited edition. Let's do some simple edition. $50 for a T-shirt that's just some ignorant.
That's just some
bitch.
ignorant bitch. Shit. Hell yeah.
Yeah. So
All right, so I guess we're gonna have to just shut her down.
yeah, that's it, man.
Racerhead's next.
Yep. And then at some point we're gonna skate straight to hell, and it's gonna be fucking awesome.
Yeah, eventually.
Until then, we're gonna erase
I'm
our
gonna
heads.
figure out how this works.
Yeah.
I might
and,
actually do this.
Well,
oh,
I'm
damn.
gonna post the link to Indiegogo in case
I'm
I'm
on
gonna
it.
put it right here in
He's already on
Discord.
it. He's been Google actioning.
Yep, I'm on it.
All right.
$60. That's not bad. I mean, a normal Blu-ray can be $30. I mean, that's what I paid for half of my early release stuff. So
Yeah, that's with the copy, and you get a signed poster and shit.
Fucking right,
well,
bro.
some of them are.
Well, they're different tiers. Yeah,
yeah.
never mind.
But I was kind of looking at the Blu-ray. I know a lot of the other stuff you can't. But I'm definitely interested in the signed limited edition Blu-ray. I mean, it's $80.
Ooh,
Why do you
80
need his
bucks, the
signature?
full uncut version of the
Because
Yep.
man,
film.
one day that's gonna be worth $1 billion.
Or it will be worth nothing.
Or yeah, I could tank completely. But I mean, hey, it's $80.
With a concept
I might
like
have to do that.
No.
Yeah.
So-
It's actually,
Guess who's not paying their phone bill this month?
Well, all right then. Until next week.
Thanks
hit
for
us up on all
listening.
the socials
And
Yeah.
hit Al up. He's your mailman. So just go out there and tell him, what movies you want to watch and what you think of the podcast.
yeah, leave it in the mailbox. I don't give a fuck.
Try to hold him up on his route as long as you can.
Oh, trust me. I'm not.
As
stopping.
he's delivering,
I'm just
talk to him
driving.
about the weather.
Correct. And just hold him there. Politely though.
I don't stop. I throw shit out like a rugged paper boy. I don't know what the fuck I was
He
trying
can,
to say there.
he can throw letters like fucking Gambit.
Nice. Oh yeah, Gambit.
Boys.
Nobody why isn't there Gambit in any of those movies?
I love
I
that you
have
said
been
that
watching
because
for
clearly you haven't watched the new Deadpool.
Oh really? Is he in the new Deadpool?
I ruined it for you now, but yeah, he is.
I feel like I watched it.
No, I feel like if
But
you
I've
watched
been watching
it,
for Gambit since I was a little kid because I remember
Yeah, I
him
know.
back in the
Yeah,
day.
in the fucking '93 cartoon. But
dog.
when you were in Scotland, I went to go see Deadpool 3, and I was in the theater, and I was like the only motherfucker who was like, because there's a part where all these characters come out like in a row, and you're like, oh shit, and Gambit walks out, oh shit. I'm just yelling that in a fucking packed theater.
Nice dude.
Hell yeah.
So that's going to cost.
All right. So anyway, we're trying to get out of here. Throw things like Gambit at Al.
And I'll
Hit
keep
us up on all
talking
the socials. Tell us movies to watch. And thanks.
and
Thanks for
listen
listening.
to the soundtrack of Queen of the Damned.
Yep.
Mhm.
Just put
Oh,
it
yeah.
on. I heard it's like on Spotify, so I'll probably listen to it on
Sick.
the way home. All right, Al, do you got a little soundbite for us?
I do, but I don't know where it is.
Oh man, it's in the pod files.
Oh.
Here we go. And action.